Hi, my name is Caroline Poland, and I am the founder and CEO of Poland & Associates Consulting. Today, we're going to carry on with our Trauma-Informed Workplaces and Classrooms series and introduce this next principle of trauma-informed care, which is empowerment. Before we get started, I want to mention that I can't speak to any individual or specific organization, and I have a disclaimer below that you can read about that. Empowered situations build one another up instead of tear one another down. And when that happens, when we're being built up, where we feel safe enough to share our ideas and be creative, that actually allows us to stay in that prefrontal cortex instead of kicking back into that amygdala and that fight or flight response. When we're in that prefrontal cortex, our executive function, wise and effortful and creative thinking, imagination and dreaming is all online and enhanced. And that's exactly what we want when students are learning and problem solving and developing some of the abstract thinking structures, or learning in their careers, or just for workplaces in general. And so safety, that felt experience of safety that allows our nervous system to kick into that parasympathetic nervous system and that prefrontal cortex. When we're adding that in with empowerment, individuals are healthier and the functioning of the workplace is enhanced. And that is exactly what we want, both for the health of our individual employees and students, for respecting them as humans and who are worthy of being treated the ways that we've been talking about, and of course just better for successful outcomes overall. Overall company or workplace or organizational or educational culture becomes healthier when we're doing this. People are happier to be there. Retention rates in the workplace increase, and this is a protective factor when we're looking at compassion fatigue and burnout, where we're not just bringing people into the organization and using them and then spitting them back out when they have nothing left to offer, but instead really enhancing and caring about their health and well-being, as well as the culture of the workplace's health and well-being and the health of the systemic structure overall. So again, these are just a few examples of what empowerment in the workplace looks like. As you begin to do a deeper dive into curiosity, there might be several questions that you would want to ask yourself. Again, you want to ask yourself, what is my role in creating empowerment in the organization that I am part of? What is mine to do? What's in my area of ownership? What's in my area of control and responsibility? We want to be very curious about that and what our particular role might be. The second question that you might want to ask yourself is how disempowering actions, behaviors, body postures are playing out in your workplace or your classroom that you're part of. What does that look like? We want to be not just stuck in our own world, but actually be curious about our own experiences and that of other people around us. And that ties into the first question of, once we notice it, what is ours to do with that? The third question is, how can I bring curiosity and creativity onto the scene to come up with good, healthy, creative solutions in creating systemic change for my organization or workplace or classroom, so that it not only impacts me, but impacts the people who come after me, the other people who work in this organization? How can I help to create a healthier environment and world for myself and for those around me? And then fourth, what are the benefits of that? Begin to explore and imagine what life might look like if we were to infuse more of this trauma-informed care, safety, and empowerment into this system that you're part of, and what that might look like. So again, this is going to look very different for every workplace or organization or educational system, and there's not a one-size-fits-all answer. But when we show up regularly and bring creativity and clarity and compassion for ourselves and others, and just honesty to the table, we're able to start to notice what's going well, and what do we need to change, and what's mine to do in the middle of that. And when we bring that to the table, we're able to enhance individuals' gifts and their own success and their own meaning within the workplace or the classroom, create respectful organizations and systems where we decrease harassment and abuse and discrimination. We support individuals who are going through hard times, because of course every individual has numerous different traumatic events that they have experienced, whether we're talking about big T trauma or little T trauma, as I've talked about in prior videos. That pays off in dividends. And at the end, it's about treating people the way that they deserve, with respect for their own humanness. The reality is that every human wants to know that they are seen, heard, known, loved, and understood, no matter what. It's what every human needs and what every human wants. And that's no different in the workplace or the classroom, though that looks different compared to our friends or our family. But what's your role in that? And what's your organization's role in that? And how do we help to extend that to employees and to students and to those whom we serve? If you haven't yet done so, click subscribe on this channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Poland & Associates, and my website polandassociates.com. And if you are interested in having me speak to your business or organization, you can go to my website. There's a form that you can fill out, and we can schedule a call and begin working together.